Part 1. The power of subtle impressions. Sometimes it's not the grand gestures that win hearts, it's the quiet ones. A calm presence. A thoughtful word. The kind of energy that makes someone remember you long after you've walked away. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When your thoughts are steady, your presence leaves a mark that no chaos can erase. When it comes to impressing a married woman or anyone, it's not about manipulation or desire. It's about character, the kind that speaks louder than words. There's a difference between chasing attention and commanding respect. Most people rush to be noticed, but the Stoic man moves differently. He knows true attraction begins with inner peace. He doesn't try to impress, he simply is impressive. You can't force someone to notice the sun, but when it rises, come certain. And full of quiet light, everything around it feels its warmth. Before you try to win admiration, ground yourself in who you are. Let your actions reflect stability, honesty, and restraint. What truly draws others in isn't what you do to impress them, but who you've become while expecting nothing in return. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it." That's how you leave an impression that lasts long after the moment fades. Part 2. The wisdom of restraint. Attraction is natural, but wisdom is knowing when and how to act on it. When you feel drawn to a married woman, it's not a game to win. It's a test of your self-control and your understanding of boundaries. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Your first duty isn't to pursue hurts to govern your emotions. Often, the desire to chase someone who belongs to another isn't love, it's ego. The need to feel wanted. But the Stoic man sees beyond the surface. He values dignity over fleeting attention. Think of it like standing near fire. If you move too close, you get burned. But if you respect its power, it gives you warmth and light. In every connection, choose sincerity over impulse. Don't rush to possess. Learn to appreciate without attachment. That's how true strength reveals itself. Calm, certain, and quiet. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." Bravery means walking away when desire tries to command you. Because in restraint, there is power, and in calmness, there is respect. Part 3. The art of genuine compliment. One of the simplest yet most powerful ways to connect is through honesty. Telling a woman she's beautiful should never sound like a tactic, it should come from truth. Many married women rarely hear such words anymore, even from their own husbands. That's why a single sincere compliment can touch her heart deeply. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The same applies to how you express admiration. Don't flatter. Don't exaggerate. Simply see her clearly and speak from calm appreciation. When you tell a woman she's beautiful, mean it beyond her looks. Notice her presence, her energy, her grace, and the way she moves through the world. Because beauty, in its purest form, is a reflection of how someone makes others feel. Think of a rosette doesn't shout for attention, it simply exists, and we admire it. Your words should be the same, quiet, real, and meaningful. As Seneca reminded us, a gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver. So let your compliment be a gift of presence, not persuasion. Part 4. The power of listening. Listening is more than hearing words, it's understanding the silence behind them. A married woman doesn't always want advice. Sometimes she just wants to be seen and heard. When you truly listen, you give her something her world rarely offers: attention without judgment. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." A Stoic man knows that presence is stronger than persuasion. When you maintain calm eye contact and allow her to express herself, you communicate value without saying a word. Think of how peaceful the ocean is. It listens to every wave, yet it never loses its stillness. Be like that. Let her words come and go while your attention stays steady. In a world full of noise, the one who listens becomes unforgettable. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." That means, in conversation, discipline your own urge to interrupt or advise. Simply listen, because listening is respect. Respect always leaves an impression. Part 5. The respect of presence when you're with someone. Be fully there. Nothing kills connection faster than distraction. Too many people think checking a phone mid-conversation is harmless, but it quietly says, "You're not important," as Epictetus taught. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. In modern terms, it means be different. When others chase notifications, you choose presence. Turn off your phone. Look them in the eye. Let silence speak louder than the noise of your screen. Imagine sitting across from someone who truly listens. No glances at the clock, no scrolling, just presence. That feeling lingers long after words fade. It's rare, and rare things are remembered. Marcus Aurelius wrote. Concentrate every minute like a Roman doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness. So when you speak with her, do only that. Be there completely. Because respect isn't shown in words, it's shown in the quiet act of giving someone your full attention. Part 6. Confidence without arrogance. Confidence isn't about volume. It's about calm certainty. A married woman, or anyone, will feel it when a man knows who he is, without needing to prove it. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Confidence begins inside. It's the quiet awareness that no matter what happens, you remain in control of yourself. Women naturally gravitate toward men who carry peace within them. They can sense when your confidence is rooted in purpose, not pride. It's the difference between a steady flame and a wildfire. One warms, the other destroys. Epictetus reminded us, no great thing is created suddenly, so don't fake confidence. Build it through discipline, self-respect, and honesty. Let it grow slowly until it no longer needs to announce itself. Seneca wrote, "The greatest victory is to conquer yourself." That's what true confidence is, not in dominating others, but in mastering your own reactions. Because arrogance pushes people away, but calm strength draws them in. Part 7. Love in small gestures. It's not the grand acts that move the heart. It's the quiet ones. A glance that lingers. A thoughtful word. A simple walk shared in silence. These are the things that speak louder than any confession. Marcus Aurelius said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself." Love, in the Stoic sense, isn't about possession. It's about presence. You show care not through intensity, but through consistency. When you give without expecting, when you make time without asking for attention, you create something rare: trust. Even the smallest gestures, like remembering her favorite coffee or listening when she speaks softly, carry a message deeper than words. Seneca wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." Kindness doesn't demand recognition. It simply expresses strength, because real affection doesn't shout, it stays. And that quiet staying power is what makes your connection unforgettable. Part 8. The fire of passion. Passion isn't loud, it's steady. It's the force that drives you to wake up early, to work on yourself, to stay committed when no one is watching. And that kind of passion is magnetic. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When your passion comes from purpose, it radiates calm strength. It's not about impressing others. It's about embodying what you love. A man who has passion for his craft, his values, or his growth doesn't need to chase admiration. It comes naturally. Women feel it not through words, but through the quiet confidence that passion creates. Think of fire. It doesn't ask to be noticed, but its warmth draws people near. Your passion should do the same: burn steadily, not wildly. When you live with depth, those around you can't help but feel it. Epictetus taught, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. So live your purpose with integrity. Because passion built on truth never fades, inspires. Part 9. The beauty of surprise. Predictability is safe, but it rarely stirs emotion. Sometimes what truly leaves a mark are the moments she doesn't expect. A message that arrives at the right time. A kind gesture with no motive, or a quiet reminder that she's seen and valued. Seneca said, It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Surprise, when given with sincerity, isn't about seeking attention. It's about giving freely. It's a reflection of abundance, not desire. Imagine sending a brief note that simply says, "I hope today feels lighter." No demand. No intent, just presence. That's how you stand apart from a world full of people who only reach out when they want something. Marcus Aurelius reminded us the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. In the same way, the best impression isn't to do what others do louder, but to move quietly, differently, with thought and grace. Because true charm doesn't chase its surprises softly. Part 1. Oh, the strength of honesty. Honesty is not weakness, it's clarity. Many men hide behind charm or clever words, fearing that truth might push someone away. But nothing is more powerful than a man who speaks with sincerity and peace. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." To impress someone with honesty means showing your real self, not a version built to please. Because what's gained through pretending is lost just as quickly. When you express your feelings with calm conviction, you invite respect even if you face rejection. A Stoic man understands that integrity outlasts approval. He doesn't fear being misunderstood because truth is its own protection. Seneca wrote, "No man was ever wise by chance." Wisdom is choosing to be honest even when it's uncomfortable. And the more transparent you are, the more peace you find within. Epictetus reminded us, "First learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak." So speak truth, gently but firmly, because the rarest impression you can leave on someone's heart is being real in a world full of masks. Part 11. The power of sincerity in a world full of performance. Sincerity is rearranged. That's what makes it powerful. Most men search for clever ways to impress, but the Stoic man understands that genuine connection can't be rehearsed. It must be lived. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that." In relationships, this means refusing to play games or manipulate emotions. Instead, you show up as yourself, calm, honest, unshaken. When you are sincere, you remove the mask that most people wear. You're no longer trying to win attention, you're giving peace. And peace is magnetic. Epictetus taught, appearances to the mind are of 4 kinds. Things are and appear to be. Things neither are nor appear to be. In other words, reality and perception are not always the same. So let your actions reflect truth, not illusion. Seneca wrote, "Truth never perishes." When you act with sincerity, your words carry weight. They may not impress everyone, but they'll reach the ones who matter. Because sincerity isn't about being liked, it's about being real. Part 12, the calm truth honesty, is the foundation of any lasting impression. Many men fear that truth will drive people away, but in reality, it's what makes your presence trustworthy. A Stoic man speaks with clarity, not for approval, but for peace. Marcus Aurelius said, "If someone can prove me wrong, I will gladly change, for it is the truth I seek." That's the essence of confidence rooted in honesty, being unafraid to be real, even when it's uncomfortable. When you tell someone how you feel, do it calmly, without fear or demand. People respect words that come from stillness. Even if they don't respond the way you hope, your integrity remains untouched. Epictetus reminded us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. If your truth is rejected, stay composed. Rejection only stings when your ego seeks control, but truth spoken from peace cannot be wounded. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." To be brave is to speak the truth and accept whatever follows. Because when your words come from honesty, you've already won, no matter the outcome. Part 13, the impression that lasts. The strongest impressions aren't made through effort, they're made through truth. A Stoic man doesn't chase validation. He lives in alignment with his values, and that calm integrity is what people remember. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." When you embody what you believe, you no longer need to convince anyone of your worth, they can feel it. Every gesture, every word, Every silence leaves a trace. So let yours come from intention, not impulse. Speak less, mean more. Give without keeping score. Be present without demanding attention. Epictetus taught, don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. The truest influence is quiet. It comes not from talking, but from living your truth. Seneca wrote, begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. That means every moment is a chance to leave the kind of impression that doesn't fade when you walk away. Because the goal isn't to be remembered by everyone, it's to be unforgettable to the right one.